All right, let's dive into one of your body's most amazing and maybe most underrated systems, the urinary system. It's this silent hero working 24/7 as a master purifier and a guardian of balance, keeping you healthy from the inside out. So, how does it pull off this incredible feat every single day?
It's kind of wild to think about, but just the act of being alive, breathing, eating, moving, creates waste. Your cells are constantly producing these byproducts, like urea and uric acid, and if they were just left to build up, well, they'd become toxic. So your body is in this constant high-stakes battle to keep itself clean.
And the scale of this cleaning operation? It's just staggering. We're talking about a relentless process that's happening inside you right this second. So what kind of biological machinery is responsible for all of this heavy lifting?
180 liters. That's the answer. Every single day, your kidneys filter an astonishing 180 liters of blood. That's over 47 gallons. To put that into perspective, your entire blood supply gets a full, deep clean about 40 times a day. It is a massive feat of biological engineering, all just to keep your internal environment perfectly stable. So, how on earth does it work?
Well, let's start by looking at the main players. You can think of the whole thing as a kind of superhighway for waste removal, with 4 really essential stops along the way.
The path the system takes is just beautifully logical. It all starts with the 2 kidneys, right? These are the filtration powerhouses. From there, 2 tubes called ureters carry the brand new urine down to the bladder. The bladder acts as a temporary storage tank. And finally, the urethra is the exit ramp from the body. It's a simple, elegant, and incredibly effective design.
And that final exit ramp, the urethra, has one key difference between the sexes. In males, it's a bit longer and actually serves a dual purpose for both the urinary and reproductive systems. In females, it's shorter and is dedicated only to urination. So we've met the main organs, but to see where the real work gets done, we need to zoom in, like way, way in, down to the microscopic engine room of the kidney. And here it is. Meet the nephron. This little structure is the true workhorse of the whole system. You have about 1 million of these tiny, intricate filtering units packed into each one of your kidneys. Everything we're about to talk about, from cleaning your blood to balancing your entire body, it's all happening right here.
Okay, this breaks down the nephron's assembly line. Blood gets forced under high pressure through a tiny ball of capillaries called the glomerulus and into a collecting cup known as Bowman's capsule. The liquid that's pushed out then snakes through a whole series of specialized tubes. First, the proximal convoluted tubule, or PCT, then the loop of Henle, and finally the distal convoluted tubule, or DCT. Along this twisting path, all the vital stuff is pulled back into the body, before the final waste product, urine, enters the collecting duct.
So now that we know the parts, let's see how they all work together. See, making urine isn't just about dumping waste. It is a highly precise 4-step assembly line, specifically designed to keep the good stuff and get rid of the bad.
This whole process unfolds in 4 distinct stages. It starts with filtration, where pretty much everything small is forced out of the blood. Next up is reabsorption, and this is a critical step where your body reclaims what it needs, like water, glucose, and essential salts. Then comes secretion. This is like a final cleaning phase to actively pump any waste that's still lingering into the fluid. And the last step, of course, is excretion, where the final product is removed from the body.
And this is the end result. As you can see from the chart, urine is mostly water, about 95% water actually. That other little 5% is a cocktail of dissolved things the body needs to get rid of. About 2% is urea, 1.5% is various salts, and the final 1.5% is other metabolic wastes.
Okay, let's zoom back out for a second, because making urine isn't just about taking out the trash. This entire process is absolutely fundamental to maintaining your body's delicate internal balance, a state that scientists call homeostasis.
And this regulation is vital. By fine-tuning what it gets rid of, the urinary system precisely controls your hydration. It manages your blood volume to regulate blood pressure, it maintains the delicate pH balance of your blood, and it balances crucial electrolytes. It really is a master regulator of your body's entire internal state.
But the kidneys don't work in a vacuum. They're constantly responding to chemical messengers called hormones, which act like system managers. For example, a hormone called ADH tells the kidneys to conserve water when you're dehydrated, while another, called aldosterone, helps manage your salt levels. This hormonal feedback loop allows for constant, real-time adjustments based on whatever your body needs at that very moment.
And this really shows you the bigger picture. The urinary system is the ultimate team player. It's constantly interacting with other systems. It filters blood for the circulatory system, it responds to the endocrine system's hormones, and it even helps activate vitamin D for the skeletal system. It is deeply interconnected with your overall health.
And speaking of teamwork, let's not forget the final organ in the chain. The bladder itself is just a marvel of biological design. It's an incredibly stretchy, muscular sac that can expand up to 5 times its empty size, comfortably holding between 400 and 600 milliliters of urine. That's pretty impressive.
So, the next time you have a glass of water, just take a moment to appreciate this silent, tireless filtration plant running inside you. It works around the clock to keep you healthy, balanced, and clean. The only question is, are you giving it the fuel it needs to keep running smoothly?